Happy Moon Day. Hope you're doing well. Hope you all had a great weekend. Grand Rising, Millie. Good dawning. Lean, Henny. Yeah, I saw your text. I know I missed Adam Michael Sadler last night. Him going on. You see, when you watch Michael Sadler, Henny, you're watching him at 8 o'clock on Sunday night. When I watch Michael Sadler, it's 6 o'clock on Sunday night, and that's a chunky time for the mountain people at 6 o'clock on Sunday night. I was actually still in the mountains last night. I went down to Colorado Springs via the mountains, just trying to take advantage of Colorado. Don't know where your universe is going to take you, but at least it's up. So I'm here right now. But so that's why you do not see me on Sunday nights, or didn't see me on Sunday night in Inspire Nation. It's not at 8 o'clock. If it was 8 o'clock, I'd actually been able to watch it. But since it's 6 o'clock, it's kind of goofy. So yeah, hope you're all doing well. Shari, good dawning. How are you? I gotta send you that reply to your email there. But yeah, my Saturdays until I can either get out of the crystal shop or not supposed to get out of anything, but till the crystal shop switches out or my boss hires somebody here, I'm stuck every Saturday till the kingdom come at the crystal shop. So we'll see what happens here. But grateful nonetheless. Can you be grateful even if the situation, that's something to think about. Can you, even if the situation isn't perfect, like the crystal shop? I didn't expect to work as many hours as I am. It was part-time, and now I got Saturdays and maybe Sunday, whatever. But can you, even if your situation isn't exactly what you are looking for, and St. Germain's grabbing onto this too, can you be dependent? Remember on Friday, we were talking about independent or dependent. Can you be dependent on yourself, independent of the situation? There you go. And deal with it for what it is. Or do you want to dervish into it? So for me, it's like, all right, how do I figure out what I need to without having Saturdays? So, but nonetheless, can you do that? Can you stand into your frame when the situation in your universe isn't exactly as you might picture it, but nonetheless, if you're framing out your universe there, can you accept it for one? So maybe that's what we're going to talk about today, accepting your universe for what it is. I love how these things just, you have no idea when, it's like stream of conscious, right? So you sit down and it's like, all right, what am I going to talk about? I have no idea. And generally, back in the old days, right, you would outline, this is like the new 5D versus the old 4D, 3D, 4D energy, right? So you would outline it. You'd have to write it out, maybe do a take or two, test it out, put down, get index cards with headers. Remember all that stuff we used to do back in the day? I don't know any YouTube channel of any sort. Good dawning, everybody. Welcome. I don't know any human being these days who does a like spiritual YouTube channel who actually does the index cards and puts it out in the, we'll break it down into subsections and points and talking points. These days, you just let the universe do it. Can you let the universe flow in your life and be dependent, even when things aren't, there we go, it's tying together here, even when things aren't as you visualize them, can you still let it flow and not be so dependent and be independent in yourself? That's the question. There we go. So that's kind of where we're headed today. I love how these things just kind of fall out. I'm not at the park, as you can see. Generally, we do this from the park, but I'm going to DoorDash immediately after this. So there's some things I want to do here before I go DoorDash, since I am off work today and could use the cash. But so yeah, otherwise updates. I'm not sure, but eventually one day I won't be sitting at this exact spot. I don't know what's going on yet, but we're looking for making some larger changes in the universe, or in my universe. So we shall see. And other than that, Wednesday night, we're going to the drive-in theater and go see Inside Out 2 and Despicable Me 4. There we go. So that's my exciting universe. Yesterday we drove to Colorado Springs via the mountains. And it's really not that far. You think Colorado would be forever. But even if you take the back roads, since it only took like 3 hours to get down to Colorado Springs, which isn't bad, via the back roads, it's only 100 and something miles. I can see from my house, from my kitchen window, I can see Colorado Springs. I can see Pikes Peak, which is 130 miles, 140 miles away, and I can see it directly from my kitchen window on a clear day. And if it's snow-capped, I can see the snow on top of Pikes Peak from my kitchen window on the right day, which is absolutely insane. So on Friday, we were talking about dependence and independence, and we had been working with ISIS all last week. Good morning, Vivian. Um, Good morning. Let's see what we got in the chat before we get into our pyramids of protection here. And if you're new here and watching this and you're like, pyramids of protection, what's this goon talking about here? We work with ISIS. This week, though, we're doing Kuan Yin cards, by the way. Next week is ISIS again. We're rotating so the ladies have a week to work with their energy versus every other day. Maybe they can build a story with the cards. I have no idea, but that's what I was told to do. So nonetheless, so this week is Kuan Yin. I will record Kuan Yin after this before I go DoorDash. But so Friday we were working with ISIS, and if you're new here, basically each day you come in, we work with ISIS for a little bit. She drops a pyramid of protection on us, and like we had said before, you only see 1% of the light spectrum. It's a toroidal field. So a toroidal field means that if you create it in your mind, it's going to come up energetically. It's going to come into your universe. This isn't Earth is that's how it works. So everything is created. This is the master creation realm. So either you're letting the universe create for you, or you're creating for yourself in the toroidal field. So if you could see it, you would see the pyramid of protection with the 1% light. You can't see it because you only see less than 1% of the visual light spectrum. But if you could see it, then you would see the pyramid. It's a toroidal field. So if you really imagine it and bring it into your field, ISIS, you can think what you want, but the energies of ISIS, it'll be there. But nonetheless, so from our end, then we can't see it, but because we're in a feeling realm. This isn't unfortunately, Earth is where we are isn't the visual realm as much as it's the feeling realm. You have to feel into your heart space. You have to feel into your intuition. You have to feel your way to where you want to go. You can see it. Once you feel it, then you'll see it by the results that show up around you. But you have to feel your way. It's like walking through the darkness. So in this aspect, then we're going to drop those pyramids back over us. They're never gone. If you're out in your universe and things are happening in your universe, whatever that might or might not be to you, or for you, I should say, nothing happens to you. Call on ISIS. You have that pyramid of protection. If things are going goofy in your universe, if you're going wonky, whatever it is, you need some encouragement, whatever, you have that protection. We all do. We all work with guides. You all have a spirit guide, guardian angels, what have you. Whether you call on them or not is up to you. Whether you call on ISIS, who is out there in the auric field, to come and help you or choose not to, that's going to be on you. Whether you want to call on the help or not. If you want to call on Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, they're always there. If you are watching this, you are a disciple of Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. You are meant to be watching this. Saint Germain energy is meant to be flowing, and you're meant to be seeing this. It's just what it is. But that's anything you watch, unless you're like being drug out to see Slasher 7 against your will, but then you're still meant to see Slasher 7 for some odd reason. If you're sitting watching it, unless you're really just like totally letting your universe be dervished by others, and you're just like, this is where the car is going, and you have no say, and you don't get out of the car, then that's on you. But nonetheless, if you end up at Slasher 7 and you don't want to be at Slasher 7, then you need to reevaluate your universe and your boundaries. And if you end up with a dark energy because you are watching Slasher 7 all over you or on you, because you are not evaluating your boundaries, because you allowed yourself to be walked into Slasher 7 versus going to see Inside Out 2 or Despicable Me 4 or whatever it might be, that's on you. You get the energies then of Slasher 7 because you got to put your foot down. In this realm, if you don't stand in your frame, then the frame's it's gonna take your frame and throw it wherever it feels it wants to go. And that's when you wake up. And if you're not living your best life, if you're not in your own frame, then you're going to wake up not where you're supposed to be. Wherever you are is where you're supposed to be, because you either did something to create it or let your life dervish into it. So we pull over those powers of protection. We do have that pyramid over us. If you're new here, we invite ISIS. It's up to you. We invite ISIS to drop a pyramid of protection over you. We're going to climb back into our pyramids. Inverted, if you look up in your pyramid, you'll see a green light. And of course, the violet flame, again, which you don't have to go to any specific meditation or I have to get to the room and go to Tellus and to get to the violet flame. It's always there if you call on it. It's as simple as that. Saint Germain's there. If you want the violet flame, just call on it. Imagine it spinning up around you. Again, if you could see more than 1% of the light spectrum, you'd see a violet flame, most likely. But nonetheless, so we'll sit in our pyramids here. We're going to pull down pyramids. And we're just going to center up, and we want to visualize today is Moon Day, right? It's the first day of the work week. So the only thing we're going to do today, and if anything that we visualize today we don't want, we're going to ball it up, the energy, and give it to Archangel Michael, who is sitting to our left. But we're just going to visualize and take just a minute, because we don't do this, and it's Monday, right? Sunday technically is the first day of the week, but or it's the cap to the week. I don't know however you define it. Technically, Sunday's the first day of the week, but nonetheless, let's envision our week, Monday through Saturday, Sunday, however you want to do it till Monday. Take a moment, and wherever you are, just ground yourself, close your eyes, take a deep breath. We're going to visualize the week. What do we have in front of us? Do we see it going smoothly? Is there energies of this week we don't want to carry? We don't want to carry any energies. All we have to do is visualize ourselves pulling it out of our body, balling it up. So you're holding it. We ask Archangel Michael, who's on our left, to slice it off of us, detach the cord, the energetic cord for those energies. You can pull them off of you, but if you don't detach the cord, the energies are still going to be resonant in your soul. So we're asking Archangel Michael to remove the cord, and then we're going to give it to Michael, who just with his Archangel Michael, so we can throw it to the central. He can throw wherever he wants, but he's going to throw it up to Isis, who's going to catch it in her disc, the horn disc, and she's going to catch it, and it's going to burn up in the disc. Represents the central sun, which is where the light goes, central sun to the regular to you. That's how these. But nonetheless, so and once you burn it up in the central sun, keep this in mind. All energy still truly exists. So if you want your fears of this week, your ungrounded energies, or what have you back, you can take them back at any time by just asking Isis for it back, or just reclaiming, calling back forth energies, any energies that you've thrown away. What did this have to? Thank you. I appreciate whoever deleted Skibby Toilet there. Nonetheless, also keep that in mind. If you see people in the chat, lower energies, we often make fun of what we don't know. So keep that in mind as well. And if you're making fun of it, then there's a fear there, or you're actually probably somewhere vibrating with it, but not in understanding. And so you make fun of it, but you wouldn't even be watching it if you didn't have a vibration of some port to it. Keep that in mind. You will never see me watching a Southern Baptist church service, for example. Not Southern Baptist, have nothing to do with it, and I wouldn't watch it. And if you are, I love you, but it's not me. So I would never watch it. If you're watching this, even if you're making fun of it, something about it, you still cause you to it. I have nothing against the Southern Baptist. I'm just using an example. I would never watch it. It's just not part of who I am. It's not my energy. But if you're watching it and you're making fun of it, then part of you still wants to be Southern Baptist. There's part of you that's attached that likes that energy. So keep that in mind if you're watching this and throwing stuff in the chat, you're actually attracted to this. That's how these things work. But anyway, so we're in our pyramids, and we just want to visualize this week. Do you take time on your Sunday, Monday, whatever it might be, to ground into yourself, just to kind of bring your energies, focus to your, when I say grounding, just focusing your energies inward and just kind of, and seeing your week. Do you see that? Do you visualize the outcomes you want? And can you accept the outcomes that you may not want, things as they are? We visualize one outcome, but if it doesn't turn out that way, then do you dervish into it, or can you accept it as what's supposed to be if you did what you were supposed to do? If you put your best foot forward and the outcome comes out 180 degrees opposite from what you want, can you still accept that? Can you allow for that flow, whatever that is? So we're going to close our eyes for a moment, or whatever you want to do it, and then we're going to center in. So if you look up, you'll see the green light from Archangel Raphael, the healing light. If you look to your left and right, and really all around you, you'll see the swirling of the violet flame, which is always there if you call on it. If you're ever in a panic space, you're ever in a space where you aren't grounded, call on the violet flame. Call on Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. Saint Germain will ground you with the violet flame if you allow for it, and if you ground into those energies. If you're like, this doesn't work, then it's not going to work. Nothing. You can override almost anything by just saying this isn't going to work. Keep that in mind. All right. So close your eyes, take a deep breath. Visualize your week. What do you have this week? Do you have to go to the bank? Do you have an important meeting? Are you going on vacation? Maybe you're going to the beach. Maybe you're going to Cedar Point, which is now Six Flags. Or maybe you're going to Wildwood or something. Who knows? Whatever you are doing in your universe. Most of you guys are on the East Coast, so there we go. Wildwood. So whatever you guys are doing in your universe this week, visualize that. Visualize it working out. Everything what works out in my favor. It's your week. It's your universe. You create it. You're standing in your torrential field. How do you want to see it? You speak it into existence. Your energies bring it forth. So just visualize yourself with the most amazing week ever. Whatever's going on, see the best outcome. Whatever you've got to do, see it working for you. If you're in lack financially, you're never in lack. You're just in transition. There you go. See your bank account in transition from nothing to full. If you're needing something for this week, see it firmly in your hands. If you're looking, you need groceries, see your cabinets is full and abundant. Whatever it is for you, we're going to take a moment. I'm going to quiet up in about a minute and just visualize your week. Visualize all the awesomeness that's going to come out of you and what you need to do this week. All right, go for it. All right, what did you visualize? What are you seeing in your week? Hopefully you're seeing awesomeness. And remember, if things don't work out for you in your week, if for some reason but I visualized it working out. Everything, as long as you're putting your best foot forward, everything works out as it's meant to. You have to accept that. Otherwise, you can't. Otherwise. All right, we're going to bring in Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. And like normal, we'll channel here. I'm a semi-conscious channeler, so basically I count down from 5, drop in the channeling. If you see me move around, look for my coffee. We're not cheating the channeling or anything. Some people can open their eyes. You can be like Bashar, who can walk around, but his eyes are closed. But he opens them just occasionally to make sure they fall off stage. So that's kind of where I'm at. All right, so we'll count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good dawning, and welcome to your Monday channeling with Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. Your transmission through Josh for you. Why do we do this? We do this to help you to build your best universe. We want you to not dervish through your life. You have too many people on this planet who are dervishing through their lives. You are creating all kinds of clashes and energetic clashes. You are not realizing you are all source one. You are all the same energies. You are all like a hive of bees, so to speak. You working towards love in a larger, grander way, but you are not. You are colliding into each other and dervishing through, and then you are whining and crying when your universe isn't working out. We had asked, Josh had asked, can you center down into your week? Can you see your week? Today is the moon day. Your week may start on your Sunday or your moon day. It really depends. Some people say your week ends on Sunday. You start again because you go back to work on moon day, but your calendars will reset it on Sunday. Who knows? Your universe, you have to have a leap second or a leap year. Your timing is all off when you are considering how you are creating your time. But nonetheless, it's just what you have created. So it's what you have to deal with. Technically, there is no time. There is no work week. All time is happening right now. Your work universe, your work entire lifetime is happening. But nonetheless, because you're on Earth, everything drops into a linear timeline. We had talked about the deck of cards, like your universe, or the bagel movie, where you are everything on the bagel, living it all at once, which is really true. That movie, you are getting hints of how your universe really works through your movies and such, through your TV shows. They are showing you things, but they are also showing you the complete opposite because they don't want you to really know. But if you know, you know. So nonetheless, can you see your week this week? Can you see into your week? Can you allow for things to happen? Can you let your universe be? Can you see positive outcomes but have no expectations? It's the expectations that are going to kill you. When you are manifesting for your week, you are trying to visualize your week, you are creating it with expectations. This is going to happen. How do you know this is going to happen? You are not completely in control. You are visualizing, you are putting your intentions to your grander field. You put it in your field. I want this. I want to have this happen to me, whatever this is for you. I don't know. Maybe whatever. It doesn't matter. So you put it into your field, and then it goes out to the larger source field. If it doesn't come back, guess what? If you put it out there with all your intention, I want this to happen. It wasn't meant to be. Can you accept that in your universe? If you are showing up at a concert, this is a good one, and you are walking around, I need a ticket for the show. I need a ticket, and you're asking people and you're walking around. You already came to the concert with no ticket. Is that correct? If your expectation is to have a ticket to the show, woe to you. You do not know. You have 90,000 people you have to walk your way through, so to speak. Will one of those 90,000 people walking around, so to speak, or standing in line, or already in the show? If they're already in the show, you are out of luck. But otherwise, will they have your ticket? You don't know. All you can do is trust your universe. If you are not prepared for your week and you are davishing in, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, but I have not done my footwork first. You have to trust your universe for sure. So if you are at your concert and you do not have a ticket, do not hold the expectation where your disappointments will come in and you drive yourself nuts. You have the expectation, I am going to get a ticket. You walk to the show without a ticket. How can you expect to get one? Have the intention of getting one and let your universe work for you. You can visualize yourself with the ticket. You can see yourself in the show, feel the emotion that will draw those who have the ticket for you, the miracle ticket. If you're a Grateful Dead, you walk around with your finger up. Miracle me, so to speak. I need a miracle. So if you get your miracle at your show, you are putting out the energy to bring that to you. If you are like, I don't have a ticket, damn it, I expire with my ticket. You're not going to find a ticket. You're coming from lack, for one. If you are, my intentions are to have a good time. And if I get a ticket, it will show up in my universe. Whoopee. Then I will not hang out in the parking lot. I will go into the show. There you go. So if you have those lighter intentions, you will draw that to you. Keep that in mind. When you are looking through your week, how are you going into what you are doing? What is your intention? Are you grounding into these things work out for me as best as they are supposed to? Are you like, this, everything works out. I'm demanding this works out. You cannot demand anything of your universe, so to speak. You need to flow with your universe. Things work out or they don't. It's all out of part of energies and what you put into it as well. So again, if you show up at the show, the concert, you are at the fish concert, and you have no ticket for the show, you have no way to expect to get a ticket. You are already ill-prepared for the show. It's like you are showing up camping, but you have no tent. You do not expect to be sleeping underneath a tent. You expect to be sleeping underneath the stars. See, same expectations. You cannot expect your universe to provide it for you. You missed the opportunity. You could have gone on Ticketmaster 2 months ago. You could have bought a ticket. You could have, your friend offered you a ticket. You said, no, I will get one at the show, whatever. So now you are at the show. You create your intention to get the ticket. My intention is to get the ticket, but now you should not have no expectation because you do not know. 90,000 people, you might not find the one person who has the one ticket that you can afford that is standing right there at your time. It may not be. That is, you have to let that go. In your universe, you guys, the one thing that kills most of you is your expectations of your universe. You are living in these grand expectations, and when they don't show up, then you beat yourselves up. You're like, my universe isn't working for me, or this did not work out, or what, maybe it worked out for you. You don't know. What we are getting at is you need to learn to go with your flow. You cannot expect, you cannot walk around going, I did not get a ticket for the show, but I expect to find one. You might be disappointed. Your intention is to find one. Then you let go and you let it happen for you. You are running around dervishing to find one. You are not even having fun looking at the parking lot at the show. You are just walking around. Where's my ticket? I expect my ticket. So you are just in that frame, but you are not there. So if you drop your expectations, but put it as a grand intention, you will find things work out a lot easier for you in your universe. So keep that in mind as you are reviewing your week. Where are your expectations? Where are your intentions versus your expectations? And have you done the work? Are you walking into a situation where if you are expecting something, you might not get it because you did not do the work beforehand. You did not walk into the situation prepared. Are you going to the job interview and you did not look up the information on the company, for example? Maybe you have an interview this week and you expect to get the job. Well, you could have that expectation, but if you did not prepare for the interview, you did not look up at the company, you did not read about the job description. You did not maybe look on glass ceiling or glass door to how is the company operate or what have you. You did not pull yourself together to put your skills together for the interview, for example, or you dervished into the interview and you walked in and your shirt was untucked by accident or whatever, or your shoe unlaced and you looked a little disheveled. That is on you then. You are not the one who is prepared. You cannot say our universe did not provide for you. We gave you the interview, we gave you the slot, you put the work in, you put the resume out. So that's your job, is to go on the job board. You went on Indeed, right? When you put out the resume, you sent it, it got captured, and then you let go. But if you are going into that interview holding on, you cannot do well in that interview. It's about the energies of trust. You are good. If you are dervishing into something, or if you are holding super tight, I'm going into this interview with super tight, that's expectations. Do not expect from your universe. Let go. What you expect from your universe, you're going to, it's just like going into something with lack. If you are going, I have no money, I am in lack, I am not worthy of having money and I have none, well, you are not going to find any money because you are coming from a version where you are not worthy. You are in lack. It's the same idea. If you're going to that interview, make sure you do your homework, but go in with no intention other than having the best interview. If you're already, I got this job, and you can say, all right, I can feel into the job. Feel it. I have the job. It's amazing. But have no expectation. You do not know. Your universe could just be prepping you for an interview so you have a better skills for your interviews, for your next interview, which is an even better job. You beat yourselves up for things you don't get, for expectations you have in your universe when we are trying to provide for you better. I want to repeat that. You beat yourselves up when you don't get what you are expecting when we are trying to provide better for you. Do you understand what we are saying here? You need to learn to let go. It's about grand intentions. We are asking you to look into your universe, to your week, ground into your pyramid, so to speak, and see your work week, see your week. If you are not working, see whatever is in front of you for your week. See it working out for you at your highest, but have no expectation that it will. That's the difference. You want to disappoint yourself, run around with expectations. I expect you to do this. I'm not going to. I don't know your expectations. How can I do what you are expecting? You expect people to act in a certain way. You expect people to behave in a certain manner for you. You expect people to read your mind sometimes and behave. I'll do this for you. You are sitting there. I want this. But you are not stating your needs, but you expect them to meet your needs. We are all not David Copperfield. You are not talking to David Blaine either. We do not know what you want. Only you know what you want. You have to state your needs. You cannot have expectations of people that you have placed on people that they don't even know what they are. You are expecting them to do. That's how crazy our universes can be. You are laying expectations on people that they don't even know you have laid on them, and then you are getting disappointed when they don't meet up to your expectations, but they don't even know what you're expecting. You guys have lost your minds in some aspects, in that aspect. That is not the easy way to live. Drop your expectations, and your life will be so much better. Just have intentions. I want to have a badass day. I want to have the best loving day ever. I want to create more joy. Let the universe create it for you. Sure, if you know I'm going to the park today, so I want to create more joy, so I'm going to lay out in the sun, or I want to ground, so that will create more joy for me. There you go. You can do that. But if you are just like, I expect more, then you are stomping your foot like a tantrum to your universe, so to speak. Your universe is going to give you what you need. It's going to give you a reflection of your energies. And if you are expecting, then you are also already in lower energy. Your expectations will lead to your disappointments. Having expectations will kill you in the long run. It's like living to disappointments because you are like, I'm expecting. You are not buying a lottery ticket truly expecting to win, are you? You buy the lottery ticket, you feel into how it feels to win, and you go in with your universe. You go, okay, thank you, I feel it. Winning would be awesome. But you have no true expectation. If you like lose the lottery and you are like, I am now in a deep depression, that is on you. Like, I had expected to win and it did not happen. So now my universe is falling apart. You cannot have those expectations on your universe. You cannot expect to graduate from Harvard and then get the #1 law job in the entire United States. It may or may not happen. But if you don't get the job, even though you graduated Harvard and your expectation was that you're going to be the grandest lawyer on the planet, and you don't get that one job, you're going to beat yourself up over it, or you're going to find something better. It's one thing. If you have an expectation of something, keep in mind your universe might be trying to deliver you something better. You are expecting this. You are expecting the vanilla ice cream cone. But your universe wants to deliver you a chocolate ice cream cone with sprinkles on top, with a cherry and a big waffle cone. But you just want the cake cup and the one scoop of plain vanilla ice cream. But you are not letting because you are expecting that. You are not letting your universe provide for more. What you expect also blocks what you might get. You need to repeat that as well. Your expectations of your universe, what you are expecting from your universe. I expect this to show up. Well, yeah, if you have a UPS package, you best expect it to show up. But if you are expecting X, Y, or Z results, you might be blocking better results. You might be blocking better things in your universe. You can do that if you want. You can tell your universe, I expect a peanut butter and jelly sandwich today. You have to go out and make it, of course. You have the grand intention of making one and you have the ingredients. You can expect a peanut butter and jelly sandwich if you do the work. But what if your universe is trying to deliver you a lobster roll? But you are just like, I expect peanut butter and jelly because that's what I am demanding. But your universe keeps showing you that you are better than the peanut butter, and not better than, but you are worthy of a more delicious sandwich, a sandwich that would certainly be worth more in funds and money. So you are more abundant, right? So it is trying to say, hey, we want to give you a lobster roll. You are just squashing yourself with your expectations of just a plain peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now, if you want one, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with wanting a peanut butter and jelly sandwich over a lobster roll by far. But what we are getting at is here, let your universe bring it to you. Your expectations are sometimes lower than what your universe is trying to provide for you. You are going car shopping and you are like, I can only afford this little Fiat, this little shoe car, this little Fiat 500. It's used. But your universe keeps showing you this used Cadillac instead. Ooh, and it's only $3,000 more, and you can afford it. It add like $25 to your payment. Big deal. But you are seeing that, but you keep your mind. You are thinking you are only worthy of the little Fiat 500 because you are seeing yourself as broke. Let your universe speak to you. Stop with your expectations. Stop with your judgments of yourself and how you want to frame yourself. How you are judging yourself, framing yourself. Your expectations equal what you see in the 1% light spectrum. It equals what you see. It equals the table you are knocking on in your universe, so to speak. If you drop your expectations and allow your universe to do more for you, you're going to get larger than you would ever expect from your universe. Do you understand that? You are expecting less than what your universe generally wants to provide for you. You're expecting the Arby's roast beef, but your universe wants to provide you the Arby's deluxe roast beef. But you are only expecting. So drop your expectations in your universe. We're not going to go much longer here. Look at your week. Take a look. Seriously, when you are done with this, and you probably won't, of course, but slow down. When you are going into a task, whatever it is, pre-look into that task. Don't have any expectations. Have intentions. If you are like for Josh, he's going to go DoorDash, maybe. So his intention is to not crash his car. Ha, ha, ha. That's a grand intention when you are DoorDashing, right? So we're going to call Archangel Raphael for safety, and Saint Germain and Archangel Michael for a safe drive. We're going to call on Ron and company, Josh's guardian angel, for a safe drive. We're going to call on Isis to protect the car for a safe drive. We're going to call on Kuan Yin to make sure he stays in his frame as a divine feminine and male to not crash the car. We're going to call on White Buffalo Calfwoman to make sure that the path is correct and the GPS is laying out the correct path so that he knows where to go. Because White Buffalo Calfwoman will help lay that path out for you if you speak with her. So you can use your team as well. But if you're having expectations that I'm going to get the $1 million delivery and I can do one delivery and I'm going to get my $100 tip and retire for the day, I will stop door dashing. You might get disappointed when you get a $5 tip versus a $100 tip, but if you're truly expecting it, your expectations will lead you to your disappointment. But if your grand intention is to just make $100 for the day, you may not get there, but you might get $85, and you'll be like, "Ooh, I got close, and I am good with that." Or you might get $140, and you are like, "Ooh, I made more," but you are not sticking to it. When you are switching your intentions to the have to be's is where you beat yourselves to death, where you lose your space You might even lose your frame, and then you are like, things aren't working out. My universe is going against me. When it's not, really. You are not seeing it that way. You are just grounding into something you expect. But your expectations don't always come to fruition. It's your intention. So go out today. Instead of having I expect to win the lottery. Instead, I have the intention of having a good time playing the lottery. Whatever comes of it is a 1 in a billion chance, right? There you have a better time. If you're going, I expect to get this job from the interview. You don't get the job, you're going to beat yourself up. You're going to ask, why did I not get this job? What is wrong with me? Go to the interview saying, I expect to do the best I can. I expect to give a good interview. I expect to show the best me. That's all you're doing, is putting yourself on display when you're going for a job interview. You're like, look at me, and here are my qualifications, and I will tell you. So intend to be the best doing that. Whatever happens, the job may not even match you. We are not going to give you a job that doesn't match you. So if you're sitting there disappointed, it could have been the best thing for you. You could have had lots of friends at the water cooler who brought your energy down all day. You have no idea. Or you could have had a boss who, you could have 8 bosses who want double your TPS reports at this new job, and then you are losing your mind because now you have 8 bosses telling you have the wrong cover sheet on your TPS report. You don't want to be in that position. We can see into your universe deeper than you. I want to repeat that. Your guides, Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael, we can see behind the scenes. You cannot. You are the front loader. You are front loading your universe. We are working in behind the scenes, in the coding, so to speak. You are entering what you want. I want a new job. Ding, 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 ding. So your job is to go onto the job boards, Career Builder, Indeed, what have you, and look for a job. Ding, ding, ding. Put your resume out. This one looks good. It vibrates with my soul. This one vibrates with me. Enter. I like this one. I want to work here. I could see myself working here. It looks like it could be a fun challenge. So you send those off. It's your universe then who does the rest. Saint Germain, Archangel Raphael, your guide, whomever it is. For Josh, again, it's Ron. So Ron will look it over and say, okay, we're going to move these around. And then you get a call. You will get an interview for this job. It is the one that landed in your terrestrial field. You have no expectation to get it. You start immediately. I got the job. How do you know you got the job? You haven't even done the interview. So you are already going into the interview with the, I got the job, and then you get the disappointment you didn't get the job, and then you beat yourself up. Instead, just go into the interview going, I'm going to give them the best me I can give them. No expectations. We might be prepping you for a better interview behind this. So this might be our worst interview ever. Why? Because you're here to learn how to handle the worst interview ever so you can handle a better interview in the future. You do not know how your universe truly is working. You do not always know the reasonings for things. You pull up to a gas pump and it does not take your credit card, and you get pissed off and you have to drive around to another gas pump. But the person next to you could be the person you have been looking for your entire life. You had been at the gas pump on the other side of the station. You would have not talked to the person at the gas pump on the other side when you had to pull around because the credit card reader was not working. So you pull up to the new pump, and there's the person of your dreams right there. 6 months later, you are living with them because that credit card reader was not working. Let your universe do what it needs to do. Stop your expectations. We are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and we have channeled. Look into your universe today. Look into who you are. Look into what you see in your universe. If you are watching this and it is Tuesday or Wednesday, frame up the rest of your week. Frame up your day. Frame up the moment you are watching this. Where can I drop my expectations so I can allow my universe to surprise me, and so I don't beat myself up when things don't work out the way I feel that they should, when they weren't meant to work out that way in the first place? Give your universe your best you. Walk into you today without any expectations. Let your universe guide you. Do your best and let the things that need to land in your universe come to you. Go on your job boards and look for your job, but have no expectation of finding it right away. Have no expectation, period, other than you are just picking what you would pick. Think of looking for a job. This is going to be a good example of just like picking berries. You're like, this one could be interesting. This one could be interesting. This could be interesting. Have nothing, no attachment. All right, universe. Here is my basket of interesting prospects. Show me which one. Here you go. Let's go. Trust. You are on Earth. Think of yourself as the Toys R Us kid. There you go. Pick your favorite toys, but let your universe bring them to you. Just let go. Put it all in your basket, but have no expectation of what's going to be there when you are ready to play. We love you. Releasing transmission. All right. 40 minutes. All right. So there we go. Thank you. Yeah, drop your expectations. That's what I was getting. It's 9:13. 9:11. So from your end for this week, I don't know, good Dunning. Can you drop your expectations? Can you give it to your universe and let your universe work with you with it? There you go. I love you. Hopefully this message there, never on my end, I can't really tell until I listen to it later if it's clear or not clear. Generally, it's always clear. I mean, I don't ever if when I was doing regular channeling, not live, I would just post it. I wouldn't listen to it. I would do it and immediately post it. So I trust that they're always clear. Thank you. You're welcome, Angela. Let's see who's here. Millie, Henny, Leah, good Dunning, Vivian, Lean, Fatima. Who else is in the chat? Cricket, good Dunning, Cricket. Octobob. Oh, somebody in Russian. How awesome. And I probably totally mispronounced that. Sherry, if you want to do another day, I'll email you, Sherry. But if you want to do another day outside of Saturn Day, I am free on Sundays. Right now, I'm using my Sundays to enjoy Colorado because I don't know. Like I said, I don't know where my universe is going. I have no expectations. So going back to the expectations, I have intentions, but I have no expectations. That's the difference. So I let my universe land me where I need to. Because if I had an expectation, then I'm demanding the outcome. I might as well just be in control. As source, you put out this is what I'm looking for, and I let the field bring it back, however it's supposed to. Generally, the field's going to bring it back to you way better than what you're looking for in the first place. Keep that in mind. I love you guys. I'm grateful. Thank you for being here. I'm going to do Kuan Yin here right after this. It'll take 2 seconds. Post that. And have a blessed and most favored day. And I will see you tomorrow in the dawning. And yeah, remember, everything you do creates your universe there. So stay awesome, guys. See you tomorrow. Much love.